Well, good evening everyone, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream, thank you for joining. It's going to be a fun one tonight, not for me probably, but hopefully if you're an avid consumer or watcher of Zwift videos, Zwift Races, then this is going to be one you enjoy. So as the title suggests, we have 4 races in store as part of the Zwift Tiny Race sort of a series, if you like. Effectively it is, again as the name suggests, 4 sort of smallish races that when combined and added together kind of do make up more of a conventional distance and elevation of a single event, but the way this one's being structured, or the way that these tiny races are structured, is of course it sort of encourages aggressive racing. When you have one race at 24, 25 kilometres, obviously people tend to race it in parts and sit in and catch one another's draft right through to the end, and then go for a sprint or a breakaway if there's a climb. Yeah, it depends on the course really what happens often. But with this being 4 smaller races, 4 wins up for grabs, 4 podiums up for grabs, there's more racing basically, because of course you sort of might race for 4 or 5 kilometres, sorry, sit in for 4 or 5 kilometres, then you go race, you go sprint. And then of course you've got to do it again minutes later. So the question is, well, are you leaving yourself empty and unable to sort of compete, or are you ruining your chances or reducing your chances for the second race? And you've got to balance it. So yeah, what do? Do you measure efforts? Do you look at the courses and see which ones will suit you best, and sort of say, well, I'll sit in for this one because it's too hilly, and I'll measure the second one, I'll go hard in the third one, that sort of thing, right? But effectively, what I'm looking to try and achieve is a sort of good aggregate finishing position across all 4 races. If I can win one, I'll be really happy with that. And then finish the others and just do well from there. There we go. Go and jump in to the start pen for race 1. I actually don't know how many people have signed up to this one. I should have maybe paid attention to that before I signed up and just started the stream. I'm feeling pretty eager. There we go, good turnout. Looks like a good group. 14 people. A quick message to everyone. Live on YouTube. I should just do this in the Zwift Companion app. Because despite the fact I type all day long in my day job, when it comes to typing on the keyboard here on the bike, I look like an absolute Luddite who can't type. And for those that I occasionally text with, who do have to put up with my typos, you're probably thinking, well, yeah, of course. But I promise you, I'm pretty good at typing and spelling and stuff, innit? Anyway, 2 minutes to go. Feeling pretty good, I think. We'll see. It's been a big week this week in terms of time on the bike. I was thinking about doing zone 2 tonight and just doing an hour steady while I watch match of the day, but I've decided instead that what I'll do is I'll watch match of the day in the morning as I make pancakes for the kids. And tonight I'll give it some. Do zone 2 tomorrow, because Monday and potentially Tuesday as well I won't be riding. I'm going to be up in Leeds for work. Lucky me. I mean, I've got 2 days off, so might as well get the work in now, because there'll be a couple of enforced rest days. Yeah, if I rest this weekend, 2 more days off in a row, I think. Alright, just over a minute to go. Put the fans on with a minute to go. So we're in Scotland first. I think this is the Castle Crit, if I remember rightly. I actually can't remember now. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments. I can't remember. I've dropped a comment. In fact, do that. Check out the comment I've left. I've posted links to the Zwift Insider pages for each of the courses in tonight's series. So, should be showing. Right, time to get these fans on. Let's go. Time tonight, we're in race mode, got the legs on show down here, here we go. Keep going for fun. gosh, I've gone. All the hits are still here tonight, wow. Emmerich, Reynolds, Theo, Bragdon, Big Coffee. I think I'm grateful to all these people. Race 1. Well, that was tough. Oh my gosh. Oh, I could do that 4 times. Jeez. Oh, I'm not sure there's going to be a lot of talking between races. If you just want to see the action, then the chapters below in the description, if I do this right, or of course on the scrubbing bar down the bottom of this video, you can just skip to race 2. Well, it's weird. It's a high peak, of course, and quite intense for the short period that it was. Strange, really. Even though it was only a short one, of course, it was an intense one. So, yeah. All right, 4.5 minutes. So, skip forward if you want. Hang around, and while I recover, I might think of something to say. Oh. So yeah, that was I sort of knew at the start that there wasn't a lot of elevation across the entire sort of course as an average. But of course, I knew that the 40 or so metres that there were came in sort of pretty much 2 main climbs. With the final climb basically being the sort of summit finish, so I knew it was going to be a sprinty one. So the plan was always to basically not get dropped, don't overcook yourself, don't empty the tank too much, because we've got to do this 3 more times. Alright, 3.5 minutes to go. Let's go and see what the other riders in there have got to say. What do you guys think of this format then of 4 small Zwift races? Good fun? I'm going to do this on the Zwift Tiny Race now. What's a solid start? Minutes to go. Oh, should have done more of a warm-up. So a little peek. So the second course, the one I'm on now, is the Zwift World course. What did I say in the comments on this one? So Richmond 2015 World course in reverse. So, if we have a little look of your companion, where are we? Tiny Race 2 or 4, so it's a 4-kilometre race, meaning it's going to be pretty hectic. It doesn't give the elevation of the companion, But yeah, right. Okay, so we're only doing a segment of this course. On the full course, 16.2 kilometres or 10 miles of the Richmond World Reverse course in full, the 130 metres climbing. So that's not too bad. So we've only got 4 kilometres. I wonder which section of this. So Richmond UCI Reverse, 4 kilometres, ends on the straightaway after the Bibby Hill descent. We've got 2 angles. Okay. So no power ups, so I'm going to go forward faster on the flats or the ups. So we're going to make some count. Wondering if the Tron bike is the right bike for this one, but probably too late for me to do anything about that one. So I'll leave it. Alright. Let's do this. Right, 20 seconds to go. Let's switch back into the race view. Okay. Can you pass this one? That was a toughie. That was that was good. I did better than I expected for the climbs, that's for sure. That first one where I was out of the saddle, I was feeling the burn there. Whew. Whew. So much fun. The hurt is good. Right, so I'm spin these legs out for the next one. Speaking of which, what do we have next? Let's have a little look. So, race 3 is the volcano circuit counterclockwise. So, short route, very flat. In fact, let's check it out on the Zwift Companion. Because Zwift inside it says it's 4.1 kilometers with only 17 meters of climbing. And of course it's probably, or potentially rather not, the legit circuit. So yeah, Zwift Tiny Races are usually short. Volcano. Volcano circuit counterclockwise, 4.84 kilometers. So basically it's a lead-in. Race ends at the lap banner and we get one anvil. So let's tell you how much elevation there is in the lead-in. Let's have a little look on Zwift Insider, see if it can tell us. Right. It's not that I can see. Alright, well, if anyone... Oh, here we go. No, it's 3.4 kilometers lead-in. Okay. Okay, so if it's right, there's a link on the Zwift Insider website that takes you to a Strava segment. And it says it's 4.64 kilometers. 13 meters of elevation, so flat as hell. Which is good. I'll go through over a foot with 6 minutes and 4 seconds. So 317 watts average. So I think I can do that. I think I can beat that. Let's see what we can do. 5 minutes to go, thereabouts. What do you think of the race format so far? Enjoying it? It's a bit more action-packed than a regular point-to-point race or a regular career race that's kind of 25 kilometers long or 10 laps, that sort of thing, because like I said at the top, what we tend to get is people obviously racing, but there's a lot of race tactics involved, and usually quite a lot of sandbagging, people sitting in, but with this one, people are sort of racing from the banner. It becomes a bit attritional. And then clearly those who've got clearly good legs, I should say, obviously drop their water bazookas and leave the rest of us for dust, or many of us for dust, most of us. Got a few strong riders here tonight. It's good. Making me raise my game. I think the only thing about these events that I'm not so keen on, and of course it does mess up the Strava stats, it turns it into multiple rides, right? So it makes your average ride duration drop, and that sort of thing. But really and truthfully, we all know that pros only really measure hours in the saddle and aren't too concerned about the number of rides or the distance. Little messages for group. So we've got Chris Keogh. Oh man, this is Chris Keogh is a guy from New Zealand and he is ripped. I think it's as fit as hell, that guy. Fair play to him. Douglas Cameron, I recognise him. The name rings a bell. And then we've got two a bit minutes. Jason Pinkerton, yeah, so I recognise him. I've definitely raced him before. Fair play. This is our racing school, not too dissimilar to mine, so you're right. Richmond Somerson. He's got a bit of a higher racing score than me by a fair bit, but doing alright. Andrew Emmerich, the Australian racing score is marginally higher than mine, so Chris Keogh's racing score isn't available. 10 for the 6, 55, TJ Dickey, 8 for the 6, 4. Another racing score. Kalen Cruz, Rhino. No racing score, but he's 28 years old, so he's going to be powerful. TJ Dickey is a hell of a strong rider. He's a good guy. Jeffrey Jimenez. Racing score 850. Oh. Blimey, there are some strong riders in this. Oh. Minutes ago. Race 3 or 4 about to begin. Seven seconds. Back to race review. Oh no. for some reason my keyboard shortcut's not working. So that wasn't a record for me, I don't think, in terms of how fast I've done that course, or that segment, but that was still good fun. I think my average was higher, so that's all by the by. I think it's a note for the next race. Keyboard shortcuts I'm working, which means changing camera feeds from here to the race view and the leg cam. There needs to be a mouse click instead. And yeah, same as the power-ups. I was trying to make sure my mouse was on the screen where I'm viewing Zwift and not up on my stream window. Because if I hit spacebar to use the power-up, but I'm in the streaming OBS window, then it ends the broadcast, which I have done before. So, as hard as that was, I was very conscious to try and not use the wrong button. I don't want to end the broadcast. I wanted to make sure I was using the power up, or at least had it ready. But I used it too early, so I ended up using it on flat, which is a complete waste. But now I know for the last race, so this one I expect to be the most furious of them all, with some of those really strong riders having racing scores of north of 850, are going to go from the gun, really going to go from the gun. So this one's going to be, I think, about staying with the front group as long as I can, and not getting dropped, rather than, staying with the front group as long as I can, not getting dropped, maybe putting out some of the best possible power numbers I can in the process, rather than trying to win. It's not that I'm pessimistic, it's not that I'm already defeated, it's just that these guys have got some power that right now I don't have. So yeah, we'll see. 4 and a bit minutes to go, so let's jump into the pen and chat to the guys, I think. Oh, here we go. This is a lot of fun. It really is. I really am enjoying this one. Right, let's have a quick look at the Two Bridges Loop, rather, sorry. Two Bridges Loop. First route to use the new KOM bypass. So it's a short course, 7.1 kilometres according to the Zwift Insider. Let's see what the companion app says about it. What segment of this course are we using? Tiny Race 4 of 4. Yeah, 7.3 kilometres, 81 metres. So 81 metres is not a lot, but over this route distance, it is 7.3 kilometres, 81 metres. So, yeah, it will be a challenge, this one. So let's have a look. We've got 3.5 minutes. So basically, the course starts out pretty lumpy for the first 2 kilometres with one pass. So it's uphill from it depends. If this course that we're about to race now, the Tiny Race edition of the Two Bridges Loop, if it follows the same route as what Zwift Insider is telling us, we'll sort of pretty much start uphill for just under a kilometre, So it flattens off just before the kilometre mark, where it's a bit bumpy. And then at about 1.6, 1.7 kilometres maybe, just before the 2k mark, there's a bit of a bump. And a nice fast descent. And it's flat for a kilometre. There's a drag uphill, a steady descent. And then it's flat before what is the KOM basically, which is the KOM bypass, which looks to be about half a kilometre and 600 metres in length. Have a serious bit of a elevation in that as well, some serious gradient, according to the 3D map. And then it basically ends with a very steep descent. I hope I can get a super tuck going. And then a very gradient, very gradient, very gradual, kind of hopefully -1, -2 descent. So a bit of a downhill to finish, I think. But that does mean that I'm going to use those anvils wisely. So I can see either using the anvil on the second descent, which is a bit more steady, a bit more gradual. It may be a good idea. Won't be as effective, but its timing will be important because of course it comes before the big climb, which is where I'm sure to get spat. But today I'm going to push through it like I've never done before. Put down some serious, well, the best power I'm going to put down ever is what I did before, yeah, basically. No small ask of myself. And then if I've still got an anvil by that point, use it when the downhill really gets going. In fact, I'm going to have to use like an aero power up, I think, and actually not use it on the down. I'm going to have to use my anvil on the main pack, which is the aero anvil. If I can stay with it without using it, great. If they're getting away from me, then I've got to point to stay with the pack if I stand any chance of getting a top 10 finish, which I think is a pretty reasonable goal to set myself. I've been outside of the top 10 in every race so far in this series, in races 1, 2 and 3. But I've done myself pretty well. And I haven't entered myself too badly. So let's see what I can do. Right, let's get the music going. Change camera angles. Here we go, right, mouse back on the main screen. Have a power up button just in case the space doesn't work. Okay. Why is my anvil flashing? 11th. Ah, so close. Oh my god. Millisecond. Right. Okay. Well, that was great fun. Look at that. Look at that. Kenneth Lissick, 10th place. 14.87 seconds behind the winner. Michael Rommel, Coalition, 14.87 seconds behind the winner. A millisecond separated us. Unbelievable. Well done to Kenneth. Shocking. Not shocking the result, but just like shocking how close racing can be sometimes. Well done to him. Well done to everyone. That was a great ride. 5th place there, Fournier. Was a powerful rider at times. Like I saw some really big pulls, and to be half a second slower than T. Dickey as well, really impressive. But well done to Sorensen. You can just see by their watts per kilo numbers. So Sorensen, for example, the guy who won this one, he's at 5 watts per kilo for this race, but his average wattage, his actual pure power, is 318 watts. So average less power than me, but it's clearly that much lighter. Must be 60 something kilos, I think, thereabouts. Oh, must be. Really impressive stuff. What's most pleasing is to see that apart from a handful of riders, or at least from what I can see on screen, apart from a handful, the power numbers that I'm putting out are absolutely fine. Where I'm at a disadvantage, or where I'm going to be sort of struggling for a win, is where my weight is a little bit higher than everyone else. I'm at sort of 74 point something kilos, which is pretty light for me. My body type doesn't really do well at lighter weights. I tend to get ill and lose power. I certainly found that my sprint power suffered when I lost more weight, and I currently don't have a sprint to speak of, so losing too much more weight is going to be problematic for me, I think. Either that, or I just need to learn the correct way of doing it, because I tend to lose weight and just become weak. So it's going to be obviously a proper method that I just don't know about. I know a lot of it's just to do obviously with fuel and rest and recovery. But yeah, I do enjoy feeling good, so I do enjoy carrying a little bit of extra muscle, because I'm not a pro cyclist and I need to move furniture and do stuff around the house, so if I'm walking around stick thin, like an undeveloped teenager, as my wife says, at one point where I did get to sort of 60 something kilos, whatever it was, and I was skinny as hell. My wife didn't like it. She said, "What? You just look at the state of you. You're weedy." I was like, "Yeah, you got a point." So I put a few kilos back on and started relaxing about what I was eating and stuff, and the power. That's sort of when I had my best period on the bike, really, was after dropping the weight and then putting a few kilos back on again. So I'm not suggesting that everyone should do that and go too far and then come back from there, but as light as it was and as great as that felt on the road in terms of making endurance riding easier and tackling climbs easier. I think I got my PR on Priest Hill in Egham, which is one of my favourite segments to race back in Ascot where I used to live, or around Berkshire where I used to live. I did get that when I was at my lightest, but yeah, like I say, I got really ill. Just didn't feel very good, so this jersey used to feel massive on me when I was that size, but I like the way it fits now. Instead, it's just a nice snug fit now. Anyway, enough waffling and rambling. Zwift Tiny Race, 4 races back to back. So much fun. More racing, more bang for your buck, as I said in one of those comments, where almost, or pretty much every single kilometre of those 4 races combined was like the last kilometre of most of the longer races that I'm used to. So doing that every week, and the Chase the Underground every week. Two rides that will really take any Zwifter up a gear or two. So try that Friday night's Coalition's Chase the Underground. You can check out that video over on my YouTube channel from last night. And yeah, Zwift Tiny Race is great fun, very intense, and 4 chances to get a win if you're strong enough, not like me. Anyway, that'll do for now. I'm going to put on match of the day and do a bit of a warm down. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Before I go, please do go and check out Coalition Racing. Up there, you can race them too. You just need to go onto their website, apply, join the Discord channel, get the kit, join some WTR rail races. Excuse me. If you are watching this on YouTube, please do give the channel a subscribe, or at least this video a like. It'd be so much appreciated, and all your support is going to go a long way to hopefully growing this channel. Thank you very much. You can follow me over on social media at that Berkshire Cyclist. A new name is needed. Suggestions are welcome. I no longer live in Berkshire. But the best way of supporting me and my family for that matter is to head on over to my website, highjustride.com, and pick up some awesome merch. That'll do for now. Yeah, peace and good vibes. See you on the next one. Cheers.